The students in the audience, they're not going to go on and be music majors. They're not going to be band directors, not going to be performers. Most of them won't. But there's a few that will. But it's really not about that. And we talk to the kids every year. I've been doing this for many, many years as I've been a band director. On the first day of summer band, we talk about having fun and what fun is regarding the band world. And fun is not, hey, let's turn our instruments into noisemakers and jump around and juggle, however many tubas we can at once or anything like that. Talking about fun, trying to be excellent at what we do and enjoying the relationships that we build with one another, and just enjoying that time with one another and that being fun as we're on our road to greatness. And oftentimes a lot of things we get, especially in a school that is as academically challenging and as academically successful as the school we're in right now, oftentimes we get a lot of, well, my child's not going to be in band, or my child's not going to be a music major, so why do they need to take band? They don't need to be in band anymore, they got their fine arts credit. Well, there's a lot of reasons why we need to take band. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and we're going to give you some demonstrations about sort of the important things that your kids learn other than just simply playing a musical instrument, and try and put it in a little more perspective for a lot of you, and some of you that have younger children and you're trying to decide, I want them to do band, I don't know, maybe I just want to let them make the decision. Little kids don't know what they want to do. I don't know why school districts keep trying to, hey, pick your profession in 5th grade. Like, what? Makes no sense at all. Sorry, Ms. McElvain, but it does make sense. So one of the things, they always talk about the importance of different activities and well-roundedness. They talk about how important sports are, and sports are the activities, not dogging sports, I love sports, but how important sports are in the high school environment and things like that. And you think about it, in the world of baseball, an outstanding batting average is if you're hitting 300. One of the greatest baseball players ever, Babe Ruth, had a lifetime batting average of 342. What would we sound like if we hit 34% of our notes? You're gonna find out soon. So, we talk about a couple different things. In basketball, the greatest basketball player ever in history, Michael Jordan, had a lifetime field goal percentage of 49.7%. Again, what if we got 49.7% of our notes correct? There's so many different things that your kids do up here on stage that have nothing to do with some of their other classes, but at the same time have a lot to do with their other classes and helping them develop into great young adults that will be taking care of us when we're all sitting in wheelchairs. And so, thinking about all the different things, you may not realize it, you just think, oh, my kid's, he's banging on a drum, whatever, he's tooting the clarinet, whatever. But thinking about all the different things that they have to do all at the same time, these types of things don't happen in their other classes. So thinking at any given point, and we're not even talking about marching band here, we're just simply talking about sitting on stage right now. They're working on their reading skills because they have to translate symbols into meanings. They have to look at all types of Italian, German, and French words and understand all those different languages about what that's telling them to do on their page. They're working on their math skills to understand note durations and how that relates to whatever pulse they're getting on. They're working on their motor skills because they have to understand what fingers they have to press down, how they're supposed to articulate each note, how much air they're supposed to blow, how to form a correct embouchure, or how much muscle they have to use for each one of their strokes on their percussion instrument. They have to think about their auditory skills, to think about, hey, am I playing in tune? Am I matching style? Am I matching pitch with those around me? Am I playing with the correct balance within the ensemble? And they're doing all of these different things all at the exact same time. That doesn't happen in any other class. It doesn't happen in any other sport except for what we do here, or choir, or orchestra. The fine and performing arts, you can't be as successful as some other people if you can't get this opportunity to do all of these separate things. So again, it's not about band is more important than English or science or math or anything like that. It helps them be successful. You can read any study anywhere and it'll tell you about the importance of the fine arts, whether or not your kid wants to be a music major or not. You look at colleges and all the different things that they look at, and there's all kinds of kids. We have this advisory class we started this year. I've got all kinds of kids, none of which are in band. And they're telling me, well, I'm waitlisted on this, I'm waitlisted on this, but so-and-so that was a band got in. Got the same grade, but it's because of their participation here. Colleges understand the importance of this. So one of the things, we're going to simply address pressing the right button. So I gave you about 10 different things that these kids have to do all at once in order to be successful on their instruments. We're just going to talk about one of those things, and you're going to see the difference and the importance that we learn on this. So the first thing we're going to talk about, or first thing we're going to perform for you here, we're going to be the Michael Jordan of band. We're going to be the greatest basketball player ever in band. So what that means is we're going to play a phrase of Salvation's Created, what you just heard. We're going to play one little phrase here in the middle. I added it up. If you take everybody's part times the number of people playing each part, there are 878 possible notes about to be played. We're going to play half of them right. That's the equivalent of being the greatest basketball player in the history of the game. So, parents, simply by a show of hands, how many of you would like for your students, over the span of their educational career, to receive straight A's for 12 years? Parents? Anybody any parents like to have their kids receive straight A's? Cool. Let's play a 90 for you. Every kid's going to miss 2 notes. That's your child getting straight A's. That's your child getting straight A's. You want your kid to get straight A's. You get a 91. Sweet, that's going to help the GPA. That's what you get. Here's a 96. Each kid only misses 1 note. You would probably be ecstatic if your child got at least 96s in every single class in 12 years, because you wouldn't be paying for them to go to college. So then we talk about, all right, well cool, you know, what if it's like really good? Here's the last one we're going to do. Here's 99.9% correct. So basically your kid is almost getting 100. Maybe one homework assignment you forgot to do. Here's a 99.9. There will be 1 wrong note. So even that, as a listener, you're like, this is just not good. Because there's not anything else that demands perfection from them. And that's only one of the skills they have to do. That was 99.9% of the notes correct. How do you feel buying a plane ticket for an airline that has 99.9% of their flights that land safely? You probably don't want to do that. I would much rather have a band kid landing those airplanes for us, or a pilot flying those airplanes for us. So the importance of what we do, because there's just really not much else that your children can do where they demand perfection on a constant basis. And not only is it just within themselves, they're constantly putting it out there for everybody else to hear and be able to observe from them as well. Hey, do you know what you're doing? Hey, you're either right or you're wrong. It's real simple, and it's instant feedback. It's not, hey, I'm going to spend a month writing a paper, and then I'm going to wait for 6 weeks waiting for the teacher to actually read it and grade it. And then you find out, oh, I guess maybe I was a 97. So the importance of why your kids are here, yes, hopefully they enjoy music, and we want to hopefully instill in them being lifelong lovers of music. But it's about so much more than just, oh, I want to do band, or, hey, my child, I want to focus on grades. Well, if you want your child to be successful in all their other classes, let them do this. Let them do this, because no other class will demand perfection on a constant basis from them. So it's just a little spiel I wanted to do for you guys so you can sort of hear some of the differences and what the reality of these different things that we do is. So I want to take this time now, we're going to move on to something else before we get to our last person, or our last piece